In this video, I'll show you the ins and outs of the setup menu on the Nikon D800. Many of the options I'll go over are common to other cameras in Nikon's lineup, so you might find this video useful even if you aren't holding a Nikon D800 right now. Also, I have several other videos regarding the menus of the D800, like an overview, that you might find handy. But for now, let's take a look at the setup menu. Format memory card only shows up if you have a card in the camera. Otherwise, it disappears. You have the option to format either card. I don't currently have an SD card in the camera, so only the compact flash card is available for formatting. Press OK and the camera will confirm that you want to format the card. If you click yes, the card will be formatted, meaning everything on it will be erased. You can also format the memory cards by pressing two buttons on the camera, the trash can button on the back of the camera and the mode button on the top of the camera. When you press them at the same time for more than 2 seconds, FOR starts blinking in the control panel, as well as which card is going to be formatted. During the blinking, press those two buttons again and the card will format. Next is monitor brightness. This sets the brightness for your LCD screen on the back of your camera. You have two options, auto and manual. If you choose auto, the camera is going to choose the brightness using the ambient light sensor on the camera body. If you choose manual, you can adjust the brightness to your liking. Clean image sensor is the next option. You can choose to clean now, or you have several options under clean at startup/shutdown. You can have the camera automatically clean the sensor at startup, at shutdown, at startup and shutdown, or you can choose cleaning off, where the camera will not automatically clean the image sensor. Lock mirror up for cleaning is for when you wish to manually clean your image sensor. When you press OK to start, the mirror will lock up so that you can physically get to the sensor. Image dust off reference photo is for use with Capture NX2, Nikon's photo editing software. It acquires reference information for the dust off feature in the software. Next is HDMI. This is where you control HDMI output resolution and advanced options. In output resolution, you are determining only the resolution to the output device. You have several options including auto and 1080i. You also have advanced options where you choose the output range. Auto is suggested for most situations, but you also have limited range and full range. You can also choose output display size, either 95% or 100%. And you also have live view on-screen display. If you choose on, shooting information will be displayed on the monitor during live view photography. Flicker reduction has a few options. You can choose auto, 50 Hz, or 60 Hz. This option will reduce flicker or banding when shooting under fluorescent or mercury vapor lighting during live view or movie recording. Next is time zone and date. This is where you set the camera's internal clock. You set the time zone, the date and time, the date format, and if you want the camera to adjust for daylight savings time. Language is where you choose the language you will see in your menus and messages. Auto image rotation can be on or off. When on is selected, the orientation of the camera will be recorded in the photo information so that when you open the image in most photo editing software, the image will be right side up. Battery info tells you the status of the battery in the camera, like the charge percentage. Wireless transmitter is only applicable if you have an optional wireless transmitter attached. This is where you would set up your options for that. Image comment is next. You can add a comment to photos as they are taken. The comment is recorded in the metadata of the image. You type out the comment in input comment and actually tell the camera to attach it to all subsequent images by checking off attach comment. In copyright information, you can add copyright information to the metadata of your images. You input the information here and then you check the attach box to attach the information to all subsequent photos. Save/load settings is next. You can share how you have your D800 set up with other D800s using this feature. I won't go through the entire list in this video, but many of your menu settings will be saved to the memory card using Save Settings. Then you can insert the memory card into a different D800, click Load Settings, and the settings will be applied. GPS is only applicable when an optional GPS unit is attached. This is where you would set that up. In Virtual Horizon, roll and pitch information is displayed on the LCD screen. Non-CPU lens data is next. You can store data for up to 9 non-CPU lenses here. You choose a number for the lens data, you input the focal length, and the maximum aperture. Now, if you want to use this stored data when using the non-CPU lens, you have to assign a buttons and dial combination on your camera to do so. I explained how to do that in my video on the D800's custom settings menu, but you can assign the function button, the depth of field preview button, or the auto exposure lock / autofocus lock button to work with the main command dial to allow you to use the non-CPU lens settings that you've just recreated. Autofocus fine tune is the next item in the menu. Here you can fine tune focus for up to 20 lens types. Your options here are turning the fine tuning on and off. You save the value for the current lens here. You can choose values between +20 and -20. And you choose the default value here, which is the value when no fine tuning is applied. And then there is a list of saved values. I don't have any saved values, so this option is grayed out on my camera. The last item on the setup menu is firmware version. This simply tells you which firmware version is on your D800. That's it for the setup menu. I will be posting more detailed videos on the D800's menus and the info screen, so be on the lookout on my Facebook page for new video notifications. If you haven't found me on Facebook, just search for Snapchick.